Okie doke. Should be live now. Okay. Today we are going to continue what I was working on a couple days ago. So we had tried the midweek stream just to see how the numbers were, see if people prefer that. So it was kind of a short stream, and I didn't get to finish the Mamiyas I was working on. So I'm going to finish those up today. In fact, a different tech came in and did most of the work, but I do still need to finish up. Actually, the 80mm is done. PL mount is on, all the gears are done, declick is beautiful. Just a little bit of cleanup on the glass there I need to do, and it'll be completely, and then the cap, no big deal. Where did I put my chat? I lost my chat. There we go, there's chat. Feeling good today. Yes, I am, Mr. Louis. It's a good Saturday. It's hot here in Chatsworth. It's 10 a.m. and it's already like, oh, I don't have that watch on. It's like probably about almost 90 degrees. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Chatsworth today?
Today in Chatsworth, expect a high of 102 and a low of 73.
I don't know if you could hear that. It said expect a high of 102. So it'll be a hot one for sure. All right, so then the other one we're working on, this was the 210 that we ordered when did some lens hunting, which I think we're gonna do again today. I had some ideas. I was talking with Frank, who popped into the stream last week, or earlier this week. I think I want to do some lens hunting and find the worst possible Mamiya Prime on eBay. And get that and just see how bad it really is, see if we can't tune it up. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to finish this one. We need to pull the mount off, pull the iris apart, and put the gear on, which I have here somewhere. So we'll start with that. Hello from, hey Lucas, how are you? From India, all right, we got everyone from all over the place today. I like that. Okay, I think my levels are good now. I'm not gonna futz with it too much today. I'm not gonna play that song and dance. And we are doing Instagram as well. So you YouTube people, you get the full view. And I still don't know. Somebody told me, actually, I'm gonna check that real quick. Somebody was saying that when they were on Instagram in the browser, they could see the whole view. But I don't believe that. It doesn't, I mean, I think I have to be logged in, but I don't think it shows it. Okay. Oh well. I have another lens coming your way via Mark. Oh, nice. You did my 50 Summilux last week, the Safari. Oh, that was yours? Oh man, that was a beauty. it's always fun getting to see or getting to meet the people that he actually sells his lenses to, because we do all these mods, we do all the service for him, and we ship them back to him. So I never know where they go. I never know who buys those lenses through Mark McNarella. But yeah, Mark is an awesome guy. I'm really glad he's sending in some of the cooler stuff like that Safari lens. That Cook S4 wasn't so easy to work with. It was a 300. Ooh, yeah. It was a tricky rear adjustment with the little springs. Yeah, that 300 is always... in the world of Cook, any of their... like, all of their lenses are traditionally very easy to service. They're very service-friendly. But then you get into their obscure focal lengths, and they get tricky. Like the anamorphic zoom, I would not want to service that. The, what is it, 35 to 140 or something like that. You got a notification from both channels. Good. That means it's working. I think that means that it's going to be... we're going to continue doing the simulcast, you know, to YouTube and Instagram. Even though Instagram, like I was saying, you know, if you guys on YouTube, you get this full, you get my full bench. Instagram sees maybe this, maybe like right here, 9:16. So I just have to be, I have to be aware. I have to make sure that I'm not working outside of that frame. Mark has been great. There's a 28 El Merit Safari coming. Nice. The 28 El Merit 2 or the original? There was 2 versions. Both are good, but the version 2 is a much cleaner optical design. So it's not, neither are bad. It's just, you know, if you want the Leica look from that generation, you want the version 1. If you want something a little cleaner, you want the version, okay, the original. Yeah, so that one's going to have a lot more character. It's going to, you know, people ask us all the time, like, oh, which one's the best Leica Rs? But why do you want to know which one's best? Aren't you getting Leica Rs for the look? So yeah, version 1 is great. Yeah, anamorphic zoom, I'm not confident. Yeah, I'm not even confident on that. I don't even like seeing that come in. That's I don't think Cook likes that coming in. That thing's a beast. Oh, I forgot about this whole aperture linkage and I just released it again, so we're gonna have to fiddle with that for a while, get it right. But that's okay, because this all has to come apart anyway. I'm building a set of 29 to 31 serial. Oh, nice. I should be cataloging. We started a long time ago, and it kind of fell off as a, you know, side project. But we were cataloging every single Leica R lens that came through the shop. Mostly because there's just some discrepancies. You know, there's a lot of resources online that will give, you know, the different models, the different, I guess, versions of a given lens. Like, so the Leica Rs, you could have 5 different 50 Summoluxes. And so we started tracking all of that so that we would have hard data and we would know, like, okay, this serial number range to this serial number range has this filter thread. And like I said, there's a lot of resources online, but we started finding this, it just doesn't match up. So we were recording as much as we could, so we had more up-to-date, more firm data, because I assume a lot of those people just kind of gathered information from other sources online, whereas we were physically holding hundreds, if not thousands, of different Leica R lenses. Okay, we're down as far as I want to go for getting this gear on. I don't know if it's going to fit over there. Yeah, it will, okay. So I'm going to mute you guys for a minute because this will be loud, so stand by. Oh, that's going to be snug. That's not good. Actually, I think it just needs a little more. All right. Yeah, take 2 of the Mamiya 210. This time we'll get it done today. Now this needs some trimming. I don't want to force that on. I don't want it to feel bad. So there's gonna be a take 3, unless I disappear for 10 minutes and go put this back on the CNC or on the lathe. But yeah, it just needs like a 1,000th taken off of it. No big deal. I might do that later on then. That's a bummer. I wanted to get this one finished up today. All right, I'll do that later. If maybe I'll combine that with a coffee break or something. What do you recommend for the first entry-level prime set? I usually shoot on Micro Four Thirds / Super 35. I'm thinking some DCO, Vespid, or Nisi Athena. You're on the right track. The Vespid and the Athena are both great options. You can't go wrong if it's sort of a starter set. Those are 2 different options though. The Vespid are going to have quite a bit of character. The Athena are going to be very clean, very accurate. So it depends on what you're going for. I think the Athena are maybe a better choice for a starting set because you can dial in whatever look you want with filters or in post a little bit. Whereas the Vespid, you'll be a little more locked into their look. All right, I think I will trim this, which just means you guys will have a standby screen for like 2 minutes. So I'll do that. You know what? I'll give you guys the fish cam or something, which the Instagram people can't even see. So how do I do that? Give me my fish cam. Can't even find my fish cam. Fish cam, there it is. Alright, I don't even see any of the fish right now. Oh yeah, there's a sucker fish in the bottom. Yeah, he's moving around. The big guy's in there somewhere. He ended up destroying most of the other fish. There he is, top right. Alright, I'm gonna go trim this. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Yeah, I think Athena might fit my... Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet these days. And this goes back in. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. We're still really snug. I think we're good though. I think we're safe because this isn't a, some of the lenses will put gears on. It goes over a plastic focus scale. This one's metal, so it's not really going to distort. So I'm not concerned. But now I got shavings all over it. Hit it with a bit of sandpaper. I think I'd be here all day if I was trying to take it down with sandpaper. What do you think of the 7 Artisan 24-96? I have not seen that. What? I suspect, I have a suspicion just based on that company and that focal length. Seven Artisan 24-96. Oh, okay. So this, whoops. That's not what I thought it was. I thought right off the bat with that focal length, it was going to be a copy or a rebranding of the Chi-Op, but it's not. This is different. This looks okay. It looks like it's designed reasonably well. But there's a couple zooms that have come out recently that you'll notice they're not on our website. We don't sell them because they did not meet our standards. So I'm not going to say anything more than it looks okay until I can actually try it. It's nice and small. I assume it's full frame. I don't see any, I'm trying to skim it real quick, but I don't see any mention of the format. But 24-96, if it's full frame and it's T29, that's actually kind of impressive. Oh yeah, there you go. That's, oh no, that's the Laowa Ranger. I can't find anywhere they actually specify. I'm looking at the article on News Shooter. Oh, only covers Super 35. Yeah, it's Super 35. So, I don't see any reason. I mean, if you're just looking to save a buck, maybe, but there's so many other good options that have been out for a while and are tried and true. Seems like this is kind of risky. What happened to the page about your pens? What do you mean? Is it not there? Don't scare me. What was that? Cine-Pen archive. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I'll drop you a link. So that archive is part of a much bigger project that we use to catalog and record basically every cine lens there is. All right. I guess I gotta keep remembering to drop links in Instagram too. There you guys go. That's the pen archive he was asking about. I'll mention it one. Oh no, my fish cam went away. What happened to my fish cam? I have no idea where it went. There it is. That was weird. Anyway. So yeah, the Cine Pen Archive he was asking about, Mr. Bowie. I don't know how to say it. Is it Min? I'm going to say Min. Was asking about the pen archive. So there it is. That's the Cine Pen Archive. It's an absolutely goofy project that I started like a year ago, just for funsies. All right, what else did I miss here? I want to hear your opinion on RLs if possible. RLs are pretty impressive. We have seen some issues, but nothing devastating, nothing that we don't catch and reject right away. And DZO's been good to replace stuff as needed, and they've acknowledged that they're addressing things. So nothing that I'm worried about. Oh, I mean your Instagram page. Oh, it was just my personal Instagram. But that's the actual source. That's where all the results go. So that's the real page. The Instagram posts were just fun because I could show what I was doing, what I was working on. What am I doing here? That's the wrong one. It's not finding the hole. Come on. There it is. There's a lot of stuff other lens techs here will know. There's a lot of lens tech work that is not visual. You have to feel things. Webbles finally caught a live stream. Welcome to the live stream, the mod stream. Do you do any notch Cine-Mods anymore? Your custom one of the Summicron 35M is the only one I've found of its kind. Yeah, we do those. The notch style we might not do because that was really labor intensive and it costs. The cost was prohibitive for a lot of people. So we do an alternative solution now where we have what we call a sub ring, a sub split ring. And it still uses that a very similar notch, but it's way, way cheaper. I think it's the same price as our normal gear plus like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 bucks, something like that. I don't remember. So yeah, definitely drop us an email, Cine-Mod@ducloslenses.com, and we can get you a number for that split ring, that sub ring. Who was asking about that? Mitchell. Yeah. I don't know if I have pictures of the newer style, but yeah, it's the same functionality. There's a, it's a nice consistent ring with a cutout for just the finger notch, so that there's no uneven pressure on the rest of the lens. Oh no, my convict fish is picking on the sucker fish. I don't know if you guys can even see that anymore. He was just beating up on him. That's sad. I bought a set of Otis from you, which you modded for me F to EF during the time those stopped doing mod streams. Send it back in, I'll redo it on the stream. Maybe they need a tune-up. Maybe, if you bought the lenses from us, you can send them in and we'll give them a cleaning, a basic cleaning, no charge. You just pay to get them here. So, we should do a better job at promoting that, but yeah, 2 years. Any lens that's bought from Duclos Lenses has what we call Service Plus. So 2 years from the date of purchase, you could send it in any time for basic maintenance, cleaning, collimation. It's like having it's like a rental house prep tech or a lens tech in house, but it's us. Oh, I just felt it. It grabbed and it let go. So I know you guys can't see this. I can't even see it. I have to feel it. This linkage has to connect to, there's sort of an armature down inside there. And it's very tricky because you can't see any of it the whole time you're doing it. You just have to, you have to feel it connect, and you have to feel it in the right position. Otherwise it just isn't gonna work. And I could feel when it disengages, which is heartbreaking because you're so close. I think I got it. Okay. And if I let go of this now, it's going to disconnect, so I have to be extremely careful. And I have to align all of this without releasing that linkage. Okay, moment of truth. I might as well do the other two. Usually just securing one is fine, just to hold it in place, but I don't want the other screws to drop out. Nope, it didn't connect. I got nothing, so it released at some point there. Is this the same 210 from the last? Yeah, it is. The screw holes, I was just using the wrong screws. The screws that I had grabbed were for the Mamiyas, we have PL mount kits. They're all the same sub mount, they're all the same PL mount, but the screws are different. So I had just grabbed the wrong screws. Question. Initially, Sigma announced they would release their Cine-FF primes with LPL option. They never ended up coming. Any idea why people are not using LPL mount, or perhaps why it isn't used? That's a good question. The answer is why? Why would you use LPL mount? I haven't found a single person that can give me a concise, logical answer as to why you would use LPL mount. Alright, once again, I'm in position, and if I release pressure, it will pop out of position. They will no longer be building cameras with PL. That's fine. That's totally fine. I get that. That makes total sense. But why do you need your lenses to be converted to LPL, or why do you need an LPL version? Then you're locked into LPL. If you leave your lenses in PL, you can use them on PL cameras and LPL cameras. There's no benefit to having a lens designed or hard mounted in LPL. The other argument I get often is that, oh, it's a shorter flange depth, so you can make the lenses that's what you need. It's a wider throat and it's a shorter flange depth. The flange depth on LPL is 44 millimeters, the same that Canon EF has been for decades. So it's not shorter. It's shorter than PL, sure. It's not short. And B, the throat diameter argument, I have not seen a single full frame PL mount lens that doesn't work on an LPL full frame camera. So where does that argument come in? Okay, I don't know if you can see the light through there. I'm going the wrong way. So now we have full movement with the linkage connected. Working great. So a lot of these procedures, you're really doing it blind. It's feeling everything. You have to feel that that armature, that connection sync up. But to go back to Mitchell's original question, I don't see any benefit whatsoever to Sigma releasing an LPL version of their existing primes. If a lens manufacturer was going to manufacture new, I mean like brand new, like new optics, not repurposed, Cine lenses with an LPL mount, I can get the appeal of that. You can make it smaller, you can make it a little bit lighter, but any existing PL mount lens being re-released, or an LPL mount kit being released, just doesn't make sense. Thoughts on zone focusing a Leica 28 Summilux M glass on a gimbal? Sure, why not? If you're, I guess it depends on what you consider a gimbal. When I think of gimbal, I think of like, on a car rig or a large handheld rig. If you're talking about like a little tiny hand one, yeah, why not? I guess that makes sense. But if you're on a big gimbal, you might as well motorize it and have focus. Did you change the iris on this particular lens? No, this is internally, this is 100% original. The glass is original, the iris is original, all the mechanics are original. This lens is just getting the Cine-Mod, which is mostly superficial. The focus gear will get a front ring, and then the mount we did change. Our particular PL mount conversion goes on top of the original 645 mount, so even that is still in there. So none of the original lens functionality is sacrificed. Arri fanboys love to talk about the benefits of LPL mount, and like I said, there are some benefits if you're designing a new lens, like the signature primes. You know, Arri will tell you that was what they had to do to make the signature primes so small and so light, but I don't know about you, they're not small or light. When you compare the signature primes to something like a Nisi Athena prime, they're not small or light. Yeah, the irises and the Mamiya primes are all really nice. They have a little bit of a hexagonal shape, but overall, they're really well done. And I'll be honest, this is my personal set. This isn't for a customer. I shoot these almost exclusively wide open, so the shape of the aperture doesn't matter. When you're wide open, it's a perfect circle. This one will be interesting. I've never used the 210 before, so I am looking forward to putting this on my FP and getting out there. It's a little slower than I would normally like. It's an f4. But like I said, I'm almost always wide open anyway, so. All right, PL mount's good. The glass is way down in there, but it looks clean to begin with, so I'm happy with that. Got our front ring. Oh, I think this one had, let's give that a cleaning. LPL on commercial work, sometimes using Arri LF and smaller B-cam setup, also LPL. Initially seemed well, but I mean, yeah, if you're on an Alexa LF and you have LPL signature primes, it's great. It works great. There's no question about that. But there's absolutely nothing saying you can't use the included. I mean, every Alexa LF camera, whether it's the original or the mini or whatever, they all came with an LPL to PL adapter so that you could still use PL lenses on the camera. And it works great. It passes data. It's nice and secure. Flawless, look at that. In a sense, it could future-proof for incoming 17K Blackmagic. Even the Blackmagic 17K isn't... Or no, is that LPL? No, that's L-mount, isn't it? I can't remember what that is. But also, don't get sensor resolution confused with sensor size. You can have 17K the size of a two-thirds inch sensor. I mean, not right now, but in the future. Thanks for cutting the bullshit on Area Signature Prime smaller light. I found it usable and they are small and light compared to you know, a Cook S7 or a Master Prime, but it's almost like their marketing people don't know what else is out there. It's like they're marketing in a vacuum. And compared to other Airy options, yeah, they're small and light, but they don't even acknowledge the rest of the options that are out there. Oh, that is snug. But that's a good thing. These are supposed to be snug because they have a little O-ring to seal so that no dust gets in whatsoever. I really like these. Okay, 210 is done. And then this guy just needed a quick cleaning. I hope that's just a spit spot or something right there. I keep blocking it. There's a speck. I hope it's not a scuff in the glass. No, it's coming off. It needs another wipe, but it'll come off. There. Now it's perfect. Let's see if this focuses. Not a single blemish, not a single scratch. Very nice. I'm really happy with this purchase. If you guys were watching, well, the regulars for the mod stream will remember we bought this lens on eBay, and it was not the most expensive option, so it was a little risky. But the 80mm always has a higher chance of having a haze in the rear group, and this one does not. So I got lucky. But actually, that's what we're going to do now that this is done. We're going to do some lens hunting because we got about 10 minutes left. Right on time. But yeah, I set a goal of finding the worst Mamiya 80mm I can find on eBay and buying that. Did you end up cleaning the 210? I think the stream you said there was some haze. I did not clean it, no. Was that this one? I think that was the 80mm. I can't remember now. Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry, that's gonna blind you guys. You're right, it was this one. Right at the edge. Let's see if I can get it to show up. Right there. Right on this edge. I'm still not too concerned about it. Oh, there you go. You can see it there. It does look like maybe the earliest stages of fungus. But it's at the very edge. I will definitely keep an eye on it, and if it starts to spread, I'll take care of it. I did say I was going to clean the rear element, and I should have done that when I had all that stuff off the back, because the rear element is You know, it's not right here. It's about here in the lens. That's where the glass, you know, so there's your front element, the rear element's right about here, and this is just empty. You know, here, I'll give you guys an example because I don't think you can see it as well as I can. So there's my Q-tip. There's where it ends. That's all empty. So this much space in the back of the lens is empty. So it's hard. The reason I'm saying it, it's really hard to get in there to clean that element. If I was going to do it properly, I should have done it when I had a bunch of that stuff off the lens. That would have brought it down to about here instead of all of this extra material. Hi from France. Oh man, we got quite the international viewership today. I've stopped searching Mamiya lenses. Too much troubles, haze and separation. Yeah, that's true. It's very true, but that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to try and find the worst 80mm f1.9 I could find, and then see if we can't tune it up. How dust-free do pro lens technicians achieve when servicing cinema lenses? It seems that it's near impossible. Whoops, I just lost my chat. To get to a factory level. That's a good question. So, in our space, this bench right here is not my normal. It's not a normal technician bench. Our technician space is through 2 doors to my left. Maybe one of these days I'll show that on stream. That space is very, very clean. We take a lot of measures to make sure it stays clean. There's multiple filters. There's the air that we use is filtered over and over for moisture and contamination. We use nitrogen when we need to for extra careful things. We have a flow bench for really delicate procedures. We don't have a certified clean room because we have so many technicians. It would be very difficult to maintain that. To have a clean room that large, you're talking about like silicon wafer fabricating levels. It's just not. It's not logical. So our actual technician area is very clean. This bench is where I usually do my engineering work, and it just happened to work well for the mod stream. So on a normal day, most of this isn't here. You know, some of this stuff will be here, and usually it'll be my keyboard, and I'm doing my engineering work. So this is not the most ideal setup. That's in the next room, 2 rooms over. All right, speaking of my keyboard, let's find... Where is... There we go. I'm going to put this kind of centered so that the Instagram people can still see. All right. We are hunting for a Mamiya. And we are going to sort by lowest. So I'm specifically looking for the N model. This is the earlier non-N, but let's look. Let's see why. So it's for repair / parts. Why is it for repair parts? Terrible pictures. I don't know what this seller is. Come up supply. I don't know. That seems sketchy. Where's the description? Okay, if parts is not right, item does not function as intended, is not fully operational. Oh, that's just the pre. There we go. Okay, so I mean, it's not a bad price, and it's probably a really easy fix. The notes just said that the focus ring separated and was spinning freely. That is not a hard fix, but it's not an end model, so I'm not super interested. It looks pretty beat up, so we're gonna pass on that one. I should have specified the end model in the search. Oh, that's why I didn't put Sekor. Yeah. Ooh, the teleconverter. I didn't know that the teleconverter could fit on the 80mm. I don't think it can. I think they're just selling it as a bundle. But that's also not the lens I'm looking for. I don't know what that is. Sekor C is N. Oh, it's the 2.8. That's why I'm okay. I'm not paying attention. I have the 2.8 model, I think. 2.8. Did I not type in? Yeah, 1.9. I think it's just showing me the cheaper ones. Okay, here we go. Even the cheapest possible end model is $450. That's not inspiring. And I did see this one last week when I was searching. Okay. So that's not really cheap. Let's try this with a Leica R. Just any old Leica R. Lowest price was $8.50. How is that possible? Ah, good tip there, Travis. Put the quote in there. Okay, so this is terrible. Spare parts. Okay, why? Oh, it doesn't even have made in China. What? It's not made in China. It's a knockoff. Spare parts in great condition. Okay, sure, buddy. I don't know what's going on here. This could very well be a knockoff. It's very strange. Yeah, it's missing the grip. Someone clearly chewed it up with pliers. Someone clearly struggled to get this front ring off. It's got a scratch there, so they probably tried to use a spanner. It looks like the entire front optic group is missing because that's the actual mobile iris ring. And the fact that these engravings that are paint filled are all black, it looks like they probably ended up using acetone or something and it seeped in and ruined the paint. Alright, so even the cheapest one on eBay is $850. And that's for a 51.4. This is like the earlier, I think this is the earlier model. So I'm not doing that. That's silly. I was hoping to find one that is for parts and was very cheap, but even this is expensive for just parts. So let's look for any old Mamiya. I'm taking your quote tip, Travis. About Leica R Summicron, is there a difference with the second version and the later one with the E55? And I'd have to look at my notes. So 55, 2.8N. Hey, that's... Is it an N model? I can't see. Yeah, there you go. That's not normal. What is that? That's not the typical Japan Pass QC sticker or whatever. All right, so let's look at... If this is actually $30, I will buy this. Because that's a bargain. Let's see. There's no actual description, so... Oh, here we go. Wide angle. Maybe. It's been tested and guaranteed to be fully functional. The unit passes a visual inspection. The glass is clear and easy to see through, and all manual adjustment function as intended. I doubt that. Okay. What are these guys doing? What is this a picture of? Is this a company that just buys gear and refurbishes it? Okay, well, this is the one, I think. I'll keep that one open. 210. Oh man, I just spent $100 on mine, and this one's $30. And it's EXC plus 3. What does that mean? Does anybody know what EXC plus 3 means? I hate eBay ratings. This photo is terrible. It almost makes it look like it's a white lens, and it's definitely not. Nine out of 10 for the appearance. Very little haze, no mold, and very little dust. So that actually sounds similar to what I just got. You know, the one that I just finished modding. That's a non-N model. I think it showed up because this is N mint for near mint. Sekor C, the 153.5. Do I have a 150? Let me check my list. I have, yeah, 153N, 35N. Okay, so I'm good on that. Don't need it. Another 210, another 210. Apparently those are very popular. Wow, that's a lot of 210s. I don't have any of the zooms, but I don't really want those. Is there a wide-angle adapter that is not a focal reducer that you'd recommend for the Mamiya Sekor C 35mm to achieve a wider field of view, like what you helped over? No. That's one and the same thing. If you want a wider field of view, you're going to have a wider focal length, so it will reduce your focal length. Simple. You can't have one without the other. $180. A Sekor Z. That's not the right system. That's for the RB67. Alright, I don't know why there's so many 210s. It's just 210 and 150s. You know what I do? I had, and I actually don't know where it is right now. Sekor C, the soft focus. I want to say it was, whoops. I want to say it was a 70mm. $150. That's not it, though. Is it? Ooh, terrible. What is that? No, this isn't the right lens. That's for the RB67. Okay, so wrong Wrong lens anyway. Sekor, I left out the C. Oh, nothing. Maybe I'm calling it the wrong thing. Maybe that's not what it was actually called. That's the one I just looked at. That's not it. Anyways, there was a Mamiya Sekor C that had a an adjustable soft focus mechanism, and it was pretty awesome. And I had it a long time ago. Yeah, these are all for the RB. Is this it? That might be it. That's it. That's the one. So maybe this is what we're buying today. Dream Camera Tokyo. Leica R 19mm version 1 versus version 2. V2 really worth the upgrade? Yes and no. If you're looking for more of that classic Leica R look, then just stick with the version 1. If you're looking for something cleaner and more accurate, then yeah, I'd say go with the version 2. Sorry, I meant not a Kip-on. Like, oh yeah, you could use a wide-angle front adapter, no problem. That's actually what has been done by TLS. We provide the glass for when TLS rehouses the Mamiyas. They have I forget. I don't know if it's the one. I know they incorporate the speed booster as well, but they also have certain lenses. They put a wide-angle adapter in the front and achieve a wider focal length. So yeah, you could do that, absolutely. I just bought a Cook portrait for my large front. Oh, nice. Webbles, there's a company called Freelensing Cine that's going to be doing something like that, making basically lens boards for vintage lenses like Cook that you could just mount to PL and whatnot. All right, so we're buying this lens. Let's put it into my other browser so you guys don't see all my credentials. And oh no, we might be past the deadline to use Amex. eBay's doing away with Amex. So I'd have to add a whole new payment method, which I'm not going to do on stream right now. August 17th. Okay, I'm good. I'm solid. So where's this going? Correct address. Good to go. It's thinking about it. I've never seen it. Oh, there it goes. So now we refresh here and it should say, there we go. Ta-da. Okay, there's our content for the next mod stream. And this is coming from Tokyo. Yeah, I forget who was mentioning it on one of the previous days, one of the previous streams, that there was a scam where people say stuff is in Tokyo, but they ship it from, you know, Eastern Europe or something where it's junk, just because people have established this sort of trust with Japanese resellers on eBay. But you guys saw when I opened up this one, it was definitely from Japan. The DHL label was from Japan. It had a note from I think it had Japanese characters on it. It didn't, but yeah, it was Japanese for sure. So, all right, let's get back to get rid of Firefox there. All right, so those two are done. Yeah, QA, that's the sticker I expect to see, not that weird II or whatever was on that other one. So this is a great addition to my collection. This is a great, it's a great cleaner copy. Actually, you know what I'll do, just as a closing thing, I'll show you the 80mm that I have and what's wrong with it. All right, show and tell time. So this is the clean one that we just modded 2 weeks ago. Very nice copy. I haven't actually shot with it yet, but I really want to. I think it's going to perform much better than my other one. So we'll try this. Actually, I might take this home with me today and get some shots. This was the one that I had prior that I am going to do some more in-depth maintenance on to try and correct the issues. Yeah, this has a lot of issues. But you can see, like, you can't even see it because it just washes out immediately. You can kind of see it there. The haze is so bad. There's not really a good way to show you because it just gets washed out. It just turns white because it's so hazy. Maybe you could see it there. You see it right in the center all the way out to the edge. It's just terrible. It's so prominent. Every image I took with this was just washed out, and it looked like I was shooting log. It was so bad. Yeah, so that one, it's still great mechanically. It's still in very, very good condition. So I need to do some serious maintenance on that internal group, which is notoriously difficult to get to because it's a sealed group. But I have a couple tricks. And then this 80mm is unique. This is the f4 macro. So this one I was using for product photos for a while because I loved it. It's got the mag spacer. So you go to, I think you have to be an infinity, if I recall. Nope. Minimum? I don't remember. Uh-oh. There it goes. So only at a certain range it'll engage, and you can get super close macro focus. So yeah, that's the other 80mm, and then there's an 80 f3.5, I think, that I don't own. I don't think. I think I avoided that one pretty consistently. Let me check my list. Yeah, I don't have one of those. So there you go. There's my 80mm, and then the rest of them are still back there on the bench. All right, right on time, so I'll end it there. Good seeing you all. Thanks for the worldwide viewership. That was cool, seeing all the countries. So yeah, I'll either see you on Thursday or on Saturday based on the numbers we got from this stream. So have a great weekend.